Hello kids! In an event that stunned the world, writer-director James Cameron announced that he had found the ultimate Waldo, announcing that he had discovered the bones of Jesus Christ. In a public announcement he made to promote his new documentary, The Lost Tomb of Jesus Christ, he claims that he has found the tomb of the Jesus Clan. In what can only be called a third-grade response, reporters immediately started chanting back, In rebuttal, Mr. Cameron said, "Yuh-huh, see?" and showed off 3 stone boxes pulled from the tomb. He claims that the names Jesus, Mary, and Mary Magdalene are inscribed on the boxes. Now Christian religious factions from all over the world are scurrying about trying to disprove Mr. Cameron's claims. Most common amongst the responses are an outpouring of experts claiming that at the time almost everyone was named Jesus, Mary, and Mary Magdalene, and that the inscribed names are just as commonplace. This alternative Waldo theory has been around almost as long as religion itself, allowing believers to save face for as long as non-believers are showcasing their newest finds. Another response from experts claimed that the tomb, which was actually found in 1980 and took 27 years to translate, was miles away from where people were told was the original burial site of Jesus Christ, now the Church of the Holy Sepulchre. This brings up the opposite page Waldo theory, which states that James may have found the Jesus for his location, but the actual Jesus that everyone is really looking for left a long time ago, but everyone was pretty sure that he was last seen over here. Mr. Cameron has stated that he isn't trying to dislodge the cornerstone of Christianity, and that he believes that Jesus' spirit had ascended to heaven. It was only his body that was left behind to grant him immortality. To find. And to make sure that all is right between the factions, the Discovery Channel has decided to air the documentary on Easter Sunday, allowing all believers to gather around the warm glow of the television and have their beliefs shattered. That, or to create a whole new league of religious fanatics. Your pick. So has this new finding, along with the Judas scriptures, forced Christians to reconsider their beliefs? Or has it only been uncovered to test their faith? Being that I'm a realist and too logical to hold steadfast to any religious system, I'd have to say yes. But being that I'm a living, breathing human with an ear to the ground and an eye on the telly, I can resoundingly tell you that no, this changes nothing. If the actual Waldo appeared in James Cameron's trailer and agreed to do an interview in which he described his ordeal, how he rose from the dead, ascended to heaven, and has now come back to tell us to all just get along, religious fanatics would just write him off as an imposter, a wolf in sheep's clothing. James Cameron isn't unleashing this upon the world. Faith is intangible. When you pull something out of the ground, even if it is the real deal, it can't affect faith. To quote the Reverend Hammer, "Can't touch this. Doom, 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 can't touch this." But as scientists discover new ways to test objects from the past, religion faces the daunting task of disproving tangible evidence. The human race is a funny one. We have a tendency to believe in things that we can see and touch. That's why the spirit has never been proven. We can't see it or touch it. But as we get closer to explaining in scientific terms what those occurrences are, those humans who have held steadfast in their religious beliefs may begin to question themselves. And it is hard to declare your religion as the one true religion when ordinary people are constantly finding new ways of poking holes in your scripture. I like to believe that religion gives humans some way of coping with their inevitable death. That the time we spend on this planet means something, and that when all is said and done, we're not just a walking, talking sack of meat. All religions give a codex for living life, an instruction manual written in many languages and from different companies. And although they say the same thing, the details on how to get from point A to point B may differ. Being how they're all the same instructions, I find it hard to understand why so much weight is placed on which manual you prefer. To declare that one set of instructions was superior to another would be like stating that one computer system was better than another. But they're both computers. They do the same thing. They just have different perks. So is one better? What happens when ordinary people find ways of poking holes in the operating system of the most popular one? Would that make it obsolete? Or would it just build up the resolve of the people who believe in it to make it better? To give them something to do while the days slip by, thinking that everything they do now will help build a solid base for a better tomorrow. And in 2,000 years, when someone discovers a Commodore 64, they will shake the foundation of the technological empire, making those who have put so much belief in technology's unending knowledge and supremacy to look inward for something to hold on to. Can't touch this. Doom, 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 can't touch this.